Hey guys, welcome back to Nickflix. I'm Nicole. Today I'll be talking about 5 movies that I highly recommend for your next movie night. Now, all of these movies are very different and good for their own reasons. They ask questions that keep the conversation going long after the movie is over. First up is Kiss Kiss Bang Bang from 2005. This was directed by Shane Black and stars Robert Downing Jr. and Val Kilmer. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang follows a petty thief named Harry, who while on the run from the cops, stumbles into an acting audition and actually lands a job playing an undercover detective. This leads Harry to have to shadow a private investigator, Val Kilmer's character Perry, and they both end up in a wild ride murder mystery that also reconnects Harry with his childhood crush. The twists and turns of this movie are as ridiculous as they are hilarious. The best way I can think to describe this film is an early 2000s film noir comedy. RDJ and Val Kilmer play their roles perfectly. Robert Downey Jr. specifically will captivate you in the first 10 minutes with his narration. I believe this movie is such an underrated film in both of their filmographies. Next up is Green Book from 2018. This movie was directed by Peter Farrelly and stars Mahershala Ali and Viggo Mortensen. Green Book takes place in the 1960s and tells the story of 2 men who become unlikely friends when Mortensen's character Tony is hired to drive Ali's character Dr. Don Shirley, a world-renowned pianist, across the American Deep South for a concert tour. The 2 men could not have been more different. In a very tense time in American history, they end up sharing a bond for the 8 weeks they're together. The best part about this movie is that it was based on a true story, and these men remained friends the rest of their lives. This movie is so touching, funny, visually stunning, and musically stunning too. Mahershala Ali actually learned how to play piano for this role, and between him and the movie's composer, Chris Bauer, the music really shines. Another movie I recommend is The Gorge from 2025. This just came out a few months ago. It was directed by Scott Derrickson and it stars Miles Teller and Anya Taylor-Joy. This movie was released Valentine's Day, and I truly believe it's a perfect date night movie because it contains a little bit of everything. This is a sci-fi survival action movie that combines romance, mystery monsters, and a military cover-up. When I first watched it, I thought it was going to be a zombie movie, but I'll tell you what, I actually liked what it ended up being more. You just have to go along for the ride. The story follows Levi, Miles Teller's character, as he is picked for a classified special mission to monitor activity in a gorge from a watchtower. He meets Anya Taylor-Joy's character, Drasa, who is responsible for the watchtower across from him. Together, these 2 begin a hilarious game of telephone across the gorge, which is technically forbidden. This team-up results in them solving the mystery of the gorge, what's inside, and why they were both sent there. Sometimes you just need a good escape movie, and this is perfect for that. You don't need to fill in every single plot hole. Just put it on and enjoy it for the unique movie that it is. On to the next movie, The Secret Life of Walter Mitty from 2013. This stars Ben Stiller and is directed by Ben Stiller. It also stars Adam Scott and Kristen Wiig. This is one of my comfort movies. I have such a visceral memory of seeing this movie in theaters when it first came out. In my humble opinion, this is Ben Stiller's Inception. Honestly, if I had one Rotten Tomatoes veto, it would be to go in and change this score. It is criminally low. And had I not gone and seen it in theaters and just went off the Rotten Tomatoes scores, I probably would never have ever watched it. So if that's you and you've never given this movie a chance, I highly encourage you to pick it for your next movie night. The movie follows Walter, who is an employee at Life magazine, and he works developing photos. He tends to give in to his fantastical daydreams to escape his mundane life. But when he realizes there's a missing photo for the final print issue, he decides to go on a real adventure and track down the photographer that took it. Adam Scott plays the corporate scumbag who is overseeing the switch to online media. He plays his role perfectly and also has the ugliest facial hair in all of film history, right? This movie is a love letter to those of us who wish we could drop everything and buy a one-way ticket to travel the world. It has mystery and melancholy. There's family history, sadness, romance, heartbreak. Everything is in this movie, and it bundles it all up in such a nice, fun little bow. It's not a perfect movie, but it's such a good time. This movie also made me obsessed with the Ground Control to Major Tom song. There's a hilarious whole scene about it. And if you don't find Ben Stiller hot by the end of this movie, I don't know what to tell you. I have a feeling that if you watch Severance and you liked it, you'll like this movie. Last but not least, Prey from 2022. This was directed by Dan Trachtenberg and it stars Amber Midthunder as Naru. Prey is a prequel movie in the Predator series and it takes a unique twist on the story, going back to the 1700s in North America and following a character named Naru as she tries to find her place in her tribe, the Comanche Nation. She wants to be a hunter and a warrior and must prove her worth by protecting her people from outside threats. What she doesn't know is that there's a new predator, and with him comes highly evolved alien technology. This movie perfectly blends sci-fi with a period piece, and out of all the Predator movies, I would rank the original Predator first, and then this one second. It's that good in my opinion. Now a mini spoiler here, but I don't think you'll mind. The dog does not die. However, there are many other animal deaths, some shown, some not, and just a lot of unsettling animal imagery in general. So if that is something you can't stomach at all, I would say probably not the best movie for you. I'm highly sensitive to animal stuff and I just knew I had to look away at certain times. What I love most about this movie though is how Naru figures out the Predator's technology. You don't need to have seen the original Predator to watch this movie, considering it is technically a prequel. But if you've seen the original Predator and you haven't seen Prey yet, what are you waiting for? This is such an underrated movie. In my opinion, it's definitely worth your time. Okay, that's it for my 5 highly recommended movies for your next movie night. Let me know in the comments if you've seen any of these and how you feel about them. Do you agree that this list is underrated? Have you heard of these movies? Have you seen all of these movies? I'm really curious. And if you're a movie lover like me, please consider giving this video a like or consider subscribing to my channel. I talk about all things movie. I do movie reactions. I'm really enjoying this movie journey that I'm on. So, until next time, guys. Bye!